So we'll have a pinch hitter coming up here with a runner at first and nobody out. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up.
J.C. Blankenship.
J.C. Blankenship is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Ball 1.
1-1.
3 runs already home here.
We just really.
Outside, 2-1.
1 strike.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
I like how he's mixing up the fastball and the changeup right there. That's how we got the 2-2 count.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Sammy Lopez is on deck. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. And he lays off ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
He doesn't walk very much.
Center
see
fielder
him
number
walking
32. Sammy.
On its tailor made to short. 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
Coming on as a pinch hitter is a tough spot to be in, but that's the last thing you want to do when your skipper calls on you. Not going to be happy about that.
Bobby Ruffin is out from the bullpen now.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
12-7 the final score in this ball game. From the borough of Queens in Flushing, New York, welcome to beautiful Citi Field. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the New York Mets. 2 of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Backhanded, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. What do they need to do to get a win on the road here today, Harold?
Matt, this is a scary lineup. They've got power and they have speed. They score runs in all different ways. They hit the ball in the ballpark, and they score on balls in the gap when you have a runner at first base. That's what speed, power combination.
Digging in the switch hitter, J.C. Blankenship.
J.C. Blankenship.
Popped foul, and it looks like that's going to make it into the VIP seats.
HR, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And Matt, you know, you look at their split right now, but they lost the first game 1 to second one, so you're looking at momentum is on their side. That's why I'm kind of leaning towards them here in this 3rd game.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Grounded up the first baseline.
Oh man, that was
what
nice.
A stop! How about that? Digging in to try it again, J.C. Blankenship. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
77.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Bryant on the move. Uh-oh, he whiffs on it.
Ha ha ha. That was good.
And this will go down as an E5, as you can see the exasperation on his face. Here's Oswaldo Arcia. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Right fielder, Oswaldo Arcia.
Three and 1. Here it is. A high fastball is in there.
I don't know about his decision not to swing there. Hitters count. You get a fastball middle in. That's the one you drive out of the ballpark.
Hit hard to short. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Okay, I'm there.
And the throw will come in quickly from center, so despite the hit and run, they won't get the extra base here.
Well, the hit and run was on right there, and the runner running to second base on the steal. I thought he might go to third base. The ball ended up in the outfield. I guess he didn't feel comfortable. That's why he pulled up.
Ready for another chance? Sammy Lopez comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Working for the punch out and the offering. Grounded to short. To second for 1. On to first, and they get them both.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out. But the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
Digging in for his second at bat, Ronald
catcher,
Bell.
number 13, Ronald Bell.
To short. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Mets strand 1 through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, J.C. Blankenship. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Boy, that fastball in right there really makes him conscious of the inside pitch and starts cheating. Now you've set up to throw something away if you elect to do that.
And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And the throw is there to record the first out. Digging in once again, J.C. Blankenship. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Oh, missed that one by a mile. It's 0-1.
Ugly.
A runner at first with no outs here. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1.
Welcome to string.
Here's the 1-1. And there he goes towards second. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out. Digging in and looking for more, Chris Bryant. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th. Speared on the dive. He's out.
Outstanding play over there at first. That ball was headed for the hole, but he pulled it in on a dive. Then great presence of mind to take it himself for the out.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Albert Almora.
Bounce to first.
Oh, whipped on it. What a
And that's through into right field for a base hit. And that'll score the go-ahead run from second to make it 5-4.
Get that in there.
That's a huge base hit. Anytime you get a hit,
that was my stupidity.
Ready once again, J.C. Blankenship. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. High and deep
there you go. That's
left.
A bomb,
this
baby.
This one's got plenty of distance. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to left. Second home run early in the year as they've cut this deficit down to 4.
Well, the skipper called on him for a reason, and I can guarantee you one thing. That was not what he had in mind. first pitch, and it was out of here. That's a rough way to start your day. Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
9-6, the final tally in this one. Wade Davis claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that's it for us this afternoon.
What I'm going to do here, I'm going to sim just a tad bit. Let's see, let's sim to let's sim to June. We really want to get off of this Mets organization. Okay.
A player's agent calls to touch base.
Just calling to catch up with my favorite client. I'm just doing my thing. Is there anything I can do for you? Maybe. I might like to move from New York if I can. Yes.
A grievance previously issued is readdressed.
You're obligated to the Mets for 6 years yet, JC. You just no position to demand a trade. So, I don't understand is I signed a 1-year deal, but yet I'm under 6 years. I'm not quite sure if that was a glitch or what happened there. Because in previous episodes, which I've done offline, as I said before in the first part of the stream, I tried to stream here, that for some reason, I don't know why they say I'm under 6 years. I'm not. I signed a 1-year deal. I don't know. Maybe that didn't go through. I don't know. Things can happen. I keep my attention on it, I swear. But I need you to forget about it for a while and just play your game and let you know if it presents itself. See, I'm getting tired of the Mets organization because of all these pinch hits. I don't want to be a pinch hitter. I want to play a game. It seems like this manager keeps wanting to pinch hit me, and I'm getting sick of it.
So we'll have a pinch hitter coming up here with a runner at first and nobody out.
Now batting, first baseman, J.C. Blankenship.
Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Looks like a left-hander up and throwing now in that Marlins bullpen. Ready with the 0-1. And this one's in the dirt. A runner at first with no outs here. That's a curveball, but he can't get him to chase it. 1 and 2.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Curveball got him swinging for the first out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball.
Your attention,
Bobby
please.
Ruffin
Now
is on the pitch from the.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
A 1-run finish, an 8-7 game tonight. Severino Gonzalez.
Here now is our final line score tonight.
From the borough of Queens in Flushing, New York, welcome to beautiful Citi Field. Tonight, game 2 of this 3 games. Digging in the switch hitter, J.C. Blankenship.
J.C.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. This Marlins ball club, Harold Reynolds, as they begin play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, what a way to start a road trip, right? I mean, game 1 of the road trip, you win by 1 run, and now you come for game 2, and you just...
Striding in once again, J.C. Blankenship. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Down the first baseline. Dietrich ranges to his left. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Strand 1. Digging in to try it again. J.C. Blankenship. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First offering on its way. This one's flared toward left center. Coming on is Ozuna. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Mets leave him loaded. Ready for another chance. Brad Miller. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Miller. Now a bunt attempt here. Blankenship is up with it, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Well, you know, he had a good idea.
Digging in once again, J.C. Blankenship. First delivery to him on the way. Lifted the other way to left center. Ozuna is under it. And that's the second out of the inning. And that 1 run held up tonight. 1-0 the final. The Fish earned the victory despite only collecting 4 total hits.
Marlins, 1 run.
And it looks like a move for a pinch hitter is coming here as he'll be tasked with trying to drive home that runner from third with 2 gone in the inning. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The numbers coming in. He's at 255. 2 home runs and 5 driven in. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Hit hard to the right, but foul. Here comes another 0-2. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. It's forced to settle for 1 here in the inning.
Now pitching for the New York.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
8-4 the final this afternoon. Jacob
A coach admonishes a hitter about pitch selection.
I always get this.
A player who lacks plate discipline will likely get dismantled by top-notch major league pitching.
Pinch hitter.
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and 1 gone in the inning.
Gotta get off this
Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing.
J.C. Blankenship.
J.C. Blankenship comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Here's the 1-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Seager into shallow left, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Trevor May will come on in relief here. And tonight's comes to an end. 6-3 the final. Colton Murray earns the victory in relief in this one, his 7th of the year. Kenley Jansen records the save, his 15th of the campaign. So that'll put a wrap on things.
A slumping hitter gets some coaching up. Even the best hitters in the world must always be attending to their fundamentals. An agent calls his client with an update.
Of course, I had to deal with that. It makes me angry because they won't trade me, and now I got to deal with this stupid manager putting me on the thing.
So we'll have a pinch hitter coming up here with a runner at first and nobody out. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
First baseman, J.C. Blankenship.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Cicchini rounds third and is digging for the plate. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, this is a lesson for all those pitchers out there. When you allow the leadoff man on base, it always comes back to haunt you. With no outs, I thought they might hold the runner at third, but they send him anyway, and the run scores.
Starling Marte.
And a good pitch, but he gets quite a lot of it. And in fact, he got more.
My man Starling Marte. Home run.
It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 8th home run on the season for him as we are all tied at 5.
Wow, not every call is going to go your way.
Your attention,
Bobby
please.
Ruffin is on to
for
pitch
New
out of the
York.
bullpen.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next two, the series is theirs.
7-5 tonight's final. The New York Mets get the win on the heels.
One way or another, I'm going to leave this Mets organization. One way or another. going to sim the whole entire season. Forget it. I got to get off this Mets organization. I cannot stand the Mets.
Entering a series against the current division leader, this skipper incites his team to gear it up.
Come close to the gap. Take them the next few days and extend the gap. If we do, let's make the most of this opportunity. Let's back out a minute. I want to see where the standings are. Where are we in the standings? Okay, I guess we are doing better than I thought we would. All right. That still doesn't make up for... Still doesn't make up for the fact that the manager hates me. Let's go ahead and take it. Take it to here. I got to get out of this organization.
The near-perfect defensive standard achieved by major leaguers must be maintained on the practice field.
I'm going to squeeze in some situation defense. Practice preps. You going to get it? Yeah, sure. Let's go for it. Maybe I can score some training points here. That was stupid. Yep, that was stupid. I whiffed on it. Okay. Let's see what happens.
A manager challenges his team. This series could potentially shift the balance in their division.
We're getting our shot at the division leaders to create the results in this series with as we snatch the division lead away from them. Make sure, okay, let's see. I'm game. And of course he's gonna pinch hit me. Son of a
And it looks like we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll come on with the runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Man.
Now batting, the first baseman, J.C. Blankenship.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And this is cut on and missed, so the Mets are down to their final strike now. And now this crowd of 27,000 plus rise to their feet. And he struck him out for out number 3. So they'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first. Pitching and defense game 2-1, the final score this afternoon. Aaron Nola records the victory.
Maybe that's why I'm only getting pinch hitting. I'm not batting well, but still, you'd think I would have something to do with it. I don't know. Absolutely don't get this situation. Well, let's see what we can do here.
Locked in a heated race late in the season, a team gets a pregame pep talk from their skipper.
Seeing the horse neck and neck around the final stretch. Which one of these guys is going to kick out the other? Gotta love this guys. We're in the final stretch now. Turn it loose. Okay, well, let's see what we can do to turn it loose then.
With the team's chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand.
We're hanging on by a thread of race, but let's do it ourselves. If we sweep this series, we're going to wake up with some never say die. Let's complete. Okay, let's play these last couple.
Entering the last series of the season, this team's situation is precarious, but not without hope.
We're not dead yet. We're going to get the win and a little help too. Control, prepare ourselves to take control. You mean I finally get to play one game? Full? Okay.
Now from Citi Field in Flushing, New York, we welcome you to another edition of Baseball on the Show. The opener of the final series of the year between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. These two square off on the diamond right after. Now at the plate, Trey Turner. He is, of course, a guy to be wary of if he gets on base. His stolen base total leads the ball club. Popped high in the air. Blankenship is there for it, and that's the third out. Gone in order.
Okay, here we go.
So striding forward now, J.C. Blankenship hitting a little over 250 coming into action in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a bouncing ball, foul. Harold, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
They played good ball yesterday and pulled off a W. Let's see if they're able to keep that momentum going, play good again this one, and win another game.
Swing and a line drive. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. Solarte rounds the corner and is headed home. And he will beat the tag of Wieters safe at the plate.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing. But, hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
And that brings up the catcher, T.J. Rivera. Hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday.
T.J. Rivera.
Ready on 1 and 2. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. Ready for another chance? J.C. Blankenship.
J.C. Blankenship.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Why'd I swing it?
And he chased up and out of the zone. A swing and a miss. Here's the 0-1 pitch. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Down in.
Now batting, first baseman.
Here's the first pitch to him. J.C. Blankenship is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
That's 2 poor swings from a guy that hits in the middle of the order, and he's used to having base runners. You don't see that from him very often.
Swung on in the dirt, strike 3, and he makes the throw to first. Blankenship is retired, 2 down now.
Yeah, they needed him a little bit earlier in this one, but he takes the mound in the 8th and records the final 4 outs. 4-out save. Job well done.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1.
Unfortunately, that wasn't good enough to make the postseason. Better luck.
Earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Orlando Ray.
Bummer. That's why I need to get off this organization. In the postseason, the Red Sox have defeated the Dodgers in the 2020 World Series. Yes. Tired players. Okay.
A manager gives a quick wrap-up as another season campaign comes to an end.
That's our season. I know some kids going to be happy to have their daddies have home for a while, so I guess it's not that bad. Thank you for your hard work as usual. Kiss them babies for me.
An early winter check-in.
Just calling to check in, JC. Anything in particular?
This representative wants his client well informed on important matters.
Are you solid on how your rookie contract works, or would you like to review it now? You know, so you'll be ready when the day comes that makes choices. No, let's review it. Basically, you need 6 years in the majors before you're eligible for free agency. But after 3 years of service, you become eligible for arbitration. That's a player's first chance of big money. So until you, I think about that stuff. That's what you're here for. What's arbitration? Arbitration, you choose the number you think you're worth. The team's GM does the same, and the neutral judge decides what's more than fair. And that's how much I get that season. Sounds confusing. I'm glad I have you for that stuff, okay? Knowing this stuff is my job, JC, but when the time comes for you to make contract choices, I want you informed. I think I've got it.
The agent moves on from that topic.
While you have me, do you want to update me on how you're feeling about your current situation? How you're feeling about your situation in general? Yes.
An unresolved player concern is revisited.
I know you want out of New York, but you're committed to them for 5 more years, and they do not want to move you. Not much we can do unless something else develops. You keep leaning on them. If an opportunity were to arise this somewhere, I could jump on it. That I can promise you at this point. The MLB bench, really? I'm going to sit on the bench. You're going to give me a lot more money than that. There's no way I'm playing this.
An agent calls his client with an update.
I've been leaning on the Mets about moving you somewhere else. Sorry, so far no dice. Hang in there. One way or another, I'm getting out of here. I don't care what it takes. I'm getting out of here.
All eyes and ears turn to the skipper as he addresses his team at the outset of a new season's journey.
Fine. All I'm going to do is sit on the bench anyway, so why would I care? There's really no sense in dealing with this.
So a big spot here. Bases are loaded with 2 away, and it would appear that we're going to see a pinch hitter come on now. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. J.C. Blankenship is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. The bases are loaded in front of him, so a real opportunity for him to put a dent in that 3-run deficit.
He put himself in a good position jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And they get the force at home. Whatever works as the side is retired. Chris Herman is into the ball game here as he takes over. 7-2 the final score this afternoon. The Nationals get the win on the heels of 4 home.
Frustrated. I am not going to sit here and play on the bench. There's no way I'm playing on the bench. I'm going to go someplace where I can play, get a starting role. I am not riding the bench. There's no way I'm riding that bench. See, like nothing happens because
A player's agent calls to touch base.
just calling to see how my favorite client. Mets have just not seemed inclined to trade you, JC, but things can change, and I'm not going to pursue the idea. Forecast possibility going forward.
An unresolved player concern is revisited.
The Mets have got your rights for 5 years, JC. You've got no leverage here. Would you just try? I don't want to be here. You can get on another team. I'll play any position. I'm going to try to invest it as much as I can without compromising your situation in this, but don't hold your breath. I'm like really frustrated here.
Even more so at the highest level of play, the honing of fundamentals must never be overlooked.
Like I said, I am not.
An agent calls his client with an update.
I have some hints out there in hopes that you might get dealt, JC, but there was nothing masterized. Maybe I'll have to try to heat up. My frustration with this team is growing. Whoops. Like I said, I'm frustrated with this team. I want out. I'm not going to sit there and ride the bench. And
A major league hitter is approached by one of his coaches.
No thanks. I'm not doing it. Like I said, there's no way I'm doing that. My frustrations cannot strike.
A skipper appeals to his players to demonstrate some character in how they finish a rough season.
Give ourselves something to feel good about this season as Raps, whatever. I said I wanted to sim through the season. I'm not playing. Frustrated with the Mets. I don't want to be in this Mets organization. Fortunately, that's not good enough. The regular season comes to an end. Send through postseason. Advance to the off season. You retired players. Okay. Oh, no Hall of Fame inductors. Wow. Okay.
A manager gives a quick wrap-up as another season campaign comes to an end. An early winter check-in. This player is offered advice on contract matters. A previously discussed issue is taken up again.
The Mets continue to show no willingness to consider you trading you. I never stop working for my client's districts. I'm going to be looking for daylight to replace. I promise. Hang in there. A double-A starter. Are you kidding me? The Mets absolutely hate me. The Mets are not able to meet your terms. They are willing to give you 1 year. No. They're going to give me that whether they like it or not. Fine.
An agent calls his client with an update.
Turn up the heat. What are you going to turn up the heat for? They won't trade me. Let me know in the comments, man. How frustrating is this? If you're watching it, how frustrating is this for you as it is for me? I'm not playing.
This MLB club gathers around its skipper for his invocation of a successful season campaign.
I'm not playing. I need traded.
A player's agent calls to touch base.
I haven't been able to get anywhere in getting you a trade.
A previously discussed issue is taken up again.
The Mets have got you tied up for 3 more years. Really? I'm like frustrated bad.
A player is approached about getting some extra work in.
I'm not getting extra work in.
An agent calls his client with an update.
Nothing so far. Really? I'm like really frustrated here. I need traded, and I need traded bad.
A major leaguer is approached about getting in some extra work.
Might as well go to this for a minute or two, I guess. I'm not doing that. I'm madder than a one-legged waitress working at the IHOP, I tell you. This is ridiculous.
Entering a series against the current division leader, this skipper incites his team to gear it up.
Whatever, Skipper.
Facing the divisional frontrunner, this underperforming team receives an appeal to change their fortunes. A skipper appeals to his players to demonstrate some character in how they finish a rough season.
See, this team like sucks. They they're constantly in the basement. The Nationals have won.
Fortunately, all that remains of this team's disappointing season is for somebody to wrap it up and send it on its way. An early winter check-in. This player is offered advice on contract matters.
You're eligible for arbitration this offseason, JC. Can you give some advice on handling this procedure? Sure.
Hitting arbitration for the first time means having leverage for the first time.
Don't be afraid. You hold power now. You don't have to accept any contract offers they make, or get even if they accept the counteroffer right away. Start high if you want. Don't want to be greedy, though.
For one who has never had power to wield, it can be initially uncomfortable.
If you don't want to be greedy, then give them some money to the charity or something. But they should pay you what you are worth as a player. That's what negotiation is about. What if we aren't coming to a deal right now? Thanks for caring, but I've got this. Okay, JC, don't be too tough. You know, have some leverage in the contract years.
A grievance previously issued is readdressed.
I've just forgotten you want out of New York. Haven't forgotten you want out of New York. With 3 years still on your contract, it's still a stretch to the Mets to be willing to move you. Not totally possible, though. I still welcome the change. Can we try again? I'll keep I'll keep watching for an opening. Be patient, and you'll get where you need to be. This is the final day for the negotiation. Negotiation promises requires compromise. You have to be willing to give a little if you want to sign with the Nets.
An agent calls his client with an update.
Regarding your interest in being traded, no movement so far. I'm going to keep applying pressure. This is like really frustrated here.
All eyes and ears turn to the skipper as he addresses his team at the outset of a new season's journey.
I need to get traded bad, and I'm not playing. I mean, I really am frustrated.
An agent calls to check in with one of his clients.
Anybody can start slow, JC. Hang in there. I know it's time around. The Mets just not have seemed inclined to trade you, but things can change. I'm not going to pursue him. Come on, man.
A grievance previously issued is readdressed.
You're committed to the Mets for another 2 years. I'm unhappy, tell them. Okay, JC, I'll tell them. I'll be honest, I'm ready to react.
A major league manager sometimes has to break unwanted news.
JC, the organization would like to send you over to AAA for the club's stint, just temporary.
This player learns he is being returned to the limbo that is AAA baseball.
We think it might do you well to take some time to focus on your potential skills, resharpen the knife, so to speak.
Whether it will be for a week, a month, or a year, he cannot know.
As soon as you get back to your level, we know you are.
Understandably, he's not happy about it.
This is not my call, JC, and I'm sorry, but it's happening. Hope to see you again soon.
Nor is the manager. This is one of the hardest scenes in baseball.
You can call it what you want, and I'm sorry, but I need you to get out of my office right now. We're done.
A AAA locker room acknowledges a major leaguer who has been sent down for a tune-up. These minor leaguers have extra reason to be at their best this week.
Not playing this. I'm gonna sim. Do this one more season, see what happens. This is ridiculous.
An agent calls his client with an update.
I mean, this is like frustrating, and I mean really frustrating.
This AAA player has been generating a lot of buzz with his stellar play of late. Excellence commands attention. If he keeps it up, visits from reporters will become commonplace.
You've gotten the call yet?
And an invitation to the big stage, inevitable. A team hovering around 500 is encouraged to assert themselves in the season's back half.
This is just like really frustrating.
A disappointing notice is given.
Do you see the first organization decided to move you on to AA for now? Why? We discouraged the Mets hate me.
A AAA locker room acknowledges a major leaguer who has been sent down for a tune-up.
This team hates me, and I mean that. They literally hate me.
A minor league playoff push is an opportunity for developing players to learn what it takes to maintain a tenuous divisional lead as a season winds down.
The Mets hate me.
Entering the last series of the season, this team's situation is precarious, but not without hope. Any chance young players get to acquire some postseason experience can be a major plus to their development. Having split the first two in an extended series, the emphasis is on grabbing the upper hand in Game 3. A proud skipper addresses a room of young competitors one win away from competing for a league championship. It can never be emphasized enough to young players the importance of closing out a playoff series when the chance presents itself. It may just be AA baseball, but to the room full of competitors who work to make it happen, it's a championship all the same.
May sign with any team. What team do I try out for? What team do I try out for? Wow. What team do I want? I definitely don't want the Mets. They can kiss my butt. I was already at the Pirates. They are my favorite team. I will try out for the Toronto Blue Jays. And I'm going to end the episode there, guys. Thanks for watching. Or end the live stream, I should say. And end the episode. That will be going into the playlist archives. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. And join me for JC Blankenship Road to the Show. The next episode may be an offline upload. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Thanks for watching. Good night.